place. How does it feel? Welcome, by the way,
Thank
to
you.
the Monte Carlo Television Festival. Is this your first time here?
It's my first time at the festival, but I had done the Laureus World Sports Award in Monaco before, so I've been here before, but I don't really feel like I know Monaco, and it's just the most fantastic place. I mean, swimming in the bay, although today we have a little bit of weather, just a teeny bit, but it's beautiful. We went up to Ez the other day, we went out to Cannes, to Saint Honorat, one of the islands where there's an old monastery and a dilapidated castle and tons of lavender, and yeah, it's really beautiful.
I saw, are you traveling with your family?
I am.
Okay, tell me about who you brought with you. Who got the invite to the festival?
The day before I left, my 17-year-old graduated from high school, and the day before the middle schooler graduated from elementary to going into middle school. So it now began their summer vacation. So I said, would you guys like to go to Monte Carlo? And they're like, Mom! And I said, and then we get to go to London. Mom! All about the Harry Potter tour and what can we do in Monte Carlo. And so I told them a bit about it, and now they're here. We went to this island, like I said, Saint Honorat, where the monks, they've never seen a monastery. They have no idea about monks, and really people really do that. They'd never been to a medieval village before. So they study about it in school, so now they're telling me, do you know why they're built like this, all crazy like that, Mom? And I think, see if they got their studies right. No, guys, why? They said, so there's no invaders, because you know, people invaded a lot over there. So they're giving me a little history of the invasions, and it's actually quite beautiful. And they all said the same word, magical. Each one of them said, Mom, this is magical, this is magical. So they're getting to see it and be educated about something different than where we live, which is great.
And how fun to share this part of your life with them as well. Did they get to meet the prince, by the way? Did you go to the palace?
You know, we did go to the palace, and I never thought I would get to say the tweet that, a great time at the palace last night, by the way, you know. But my daughter, the 17-year-old, engaged in a conversation with the prince for about 5 or 6 minutes. We were meeting, he and his wife, and then I spoke with him, and we spoke for maybe 20 minutes, which I thought was rather extraordinary for someone so busy and with so much going on, so many people they had to say to just, he seemed very normal and approachable, and showed us baby pictures of his beautiful, beautiful children.
What a memorable, what an
It was really memorable, and I was grateful that she didn't, I said to my daughter, you cannot go like, what's up, Mon? It's got to be, hello, Monsignor. Thank you. Very nice to meet you, Monsignor. Hey, yo, Mon. It's all right, brah. Like, if you say the word brah, I'm going to smack you, okay? You cannot do that. But she was just delightful.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
You had a little prep session maybe before, like, remember the rules.
Of course, as Americans, we don't have any of that etiquette. You know, even if you meet the president, even the fact that you're not supposed to reach out your hand to shake a woman's hand who's older than you, or royalty, or whatever, the lesser person isn't supposed to ever reach out. We don't do that in America. Like, hey, how you doing? You know, like, we're just so approachable. And so we had to have the little etiquette lesson. And sure enough, as soon as he came, I could feel my hand wanting to go up, because in America, the woman, of course, reaches first. And when the wife came, there was that, when his wife came, I had that lurching moment again of then pulling my hand back, going, you don't do that. So we had to have that, yeah.
That's so fun. That's great. Well, you got it down. So now
we got it down, and we were at the palace, and it was beautiful. And he's really supportive of, like, the sports awards or this particular ceremony. He's supportive of, and very generous to host them.
Fun too. I always say to everyone here, the fun part of our job is seeing all of you arrive for the festival and the fan response.
Right.
Can you talk about coming here? What has it been like interacting with international fans, and what do they want to talk to you about the most? I mean, what do they remember you from?
Well, right now it's 50 Shades of Grey, right? That's, oh, please. How is it being in 50 Shades? And I have to remind them, my character is not in the Red Room of Pain and Pleasure. So my experience on the set of 50 Shades of Grey is very different, I think, from anyone else's. But they're intrigued with that story, or they did like Trophy Wife, or American audiences remember a lot Law and Order SVU. These will remember Meet Joe Black, or Pollock, and it's just, you know, they're very approachable, they're very loving. One of them is tweeting me from Cannes. Please, if you come to Cannes, can we say hello? Yeah.
That's so fun. Well, congrats too on your new show. I know we're going into season 2.
Thank you. Yes.
Tell me, so I know what your show is, Code Black, but tell me a little bit about the show. the premise, and
Well,
why were you so attracted to this part, coming back to
Code
television?
Black is this moment in a hospital where there's more patients coming in than there are doctors or technicians available to treat them. So it's this really high level, high energy thing going on. And I think of it as various ticking clocks. It's not just one bomb, there's like 4 bombs in different places about to go off. So the first patient has 2 minutes to live. Boom, 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 boom. How are you going to deal with that? And here comes another one, they've got 4 minutes. Boom, boom, boom. And so the clocks are ticking simultaneously. And then there's another one that comes in that's maybe got, half a day, and how are you going to deal with that? So it's a high level of anticipation and energy and heart-pounding drama. And then my character, Leanne Rorish, is this great cowboy type of doctor, a little bit reckless, a little bit hurt, doesn't suffer fools, very commanding. And she teaches the young doctors coming in, she trains them how to be the best, smartest, wisest, fastest they could be. So it's all these different stories going on, and it's like the inside of a clock. Everything depends on everything else. And that was exciting to me. And I think on television these days that women have such a great opportunity to play complicated, rich, full characters. And it's why you have things like Happy Valley, like How to Get Away with Murder, American Horror Story. You have these great women at the center of it.
I feel like it's a rich time in television.
I think it is.
Several years have been really, really extraordinary.
Yeah.
Anything that you can tell me about season 2? Will there be some cast changes, or what are you hoping?
Well, we've had some cast changes. Bonnie and Raza won't be there now, and they were incredible, talented, brought so much grace to the show. But I think one of the concepts for the show is that, like in a real hospital, because it is, Michael Seisman, our showrunner, talks about it as being aggressively real, because we're inspired by a documentary. There are doctors constantly in flux, coming in and coming out, coming in and coming out, interns coming in and coming out. And so I think that's more what they're incorporating into the show, this realistic idea of change. I know less than you do about what season 2 is going to be about, because this is the interesting thing about doing television. You don't own your story. If I do a film, I know the story beginning, middle, and end. The same in theater. I know beginning, middle, and end. So I own the whole sculpture of the character. In this place, you own an idea, and then it changes, and then it shifts, and then something gets thrown at you. And so you're constantly, maybe more like in real life, you're constantly dealing with what comes your way in the character that you think you are. And that's, I don't know about season 2.
That makes it even more exciting, the adrenaline of being in this situation that
Yeah.
you're in the show and not knowing,
Right.
what's coming up episode to episode.
Right.
Well, I have to know, have you learned anything medically now? Are there any procedures that you think you could do?
Oh my God. Oh my God. The word thoracotomy comes to mind. We were, initially when we were first learning it, we had the incredible beauty of being able to follow real doctors in a real hospital situation. And if you would go to them after 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, you were likely to see very high octane moments of their treatment and then calm. And so this pulsing, pumping kind of rhythm. And so I got to watch what they did and see how calm they were in the eye of a storm, which is what I started thinking about for Leanne. She's the center. She's never excitable. She's intense, but she's the center and very directive. So, what was the question? I forgot. Sorry. Did I have the opportunity?
I was saying, what have you picked up?
So sorry.
Immersed in this world.
So we had to do these thoracotomies, and initially, you realize the body's just a machine. You actually literally would lift pieces of organs out and set them on someone's chest and reach in and fix what you need, the plumbing of a car, and fix what you needed to fix, and whoop, 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 put it all back in and stitch it up. And that's what it was. And you could see on YouTube they have literal surgeries, some performed on cadavers, which is heinous to think, but it's educational, and some signed away their rights, whatever. But you could see these things and learn from them. So I was learning so much, but then people would ask me the question, and in one joking moment of arrogance, I might have said, "Yeah, I could do it." I could never do what these people do. Just the experience, and the level of training, and the level of the courage that they do is so intense. I say, leave it to the real doctors. I'm more than happy to fake it. I'm more than happy to just be fake. Right?